Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snap into a Slim Jim?
Wrong guy, but I'd snap into a Slim Jim right now. Nah, actually, I wouldn't. You know, Slim Jim's kind of fucking blow, dude.
Dude, I bought a freaking $3 Slim Jim the other day.
That was not a Slim Jim. That was a damn oxtail, man.
It was a straight up Lincoln Log, homie.
Shit, man. I bet you it just came out the same way, too.
Shit, yeah.
Anyway, we're not talking about Slim Jims, but we are talking about two fat Joes going to some place called FYE when we went to go pick up the haul video stuff that you'll see in whenever that haul video comes out. Look, we like FYE because there's a bunch of cool stuff, but it's also an expensive ass place. Yeah. So when we find deals there, we gotta pick them up. And you found a deal.
Hell yeah, homie.
I'll give them credit for this though. Even though it's an expensive place, when they do have deals, they're pretty good
deals, yeah.
They're pretty good. I know because that's the only time I'll buy from them.
I think like their movie and music usually have pretty good deals, but their fig game is
fig game is not on fleek.
Homie.
So anyway, you found As Above, So Below for $5 there. We like this movie. You were like, I'm gonna get that, get that.
Yeah, homie.
So
going up there strutting like a freaking fat loser.
Now, fat losers, we do freaking that store a lot, and we've had experiences before with overzealously. I'm not even gonna say overzealous. He's a try-hard employee.
Yeah, homie.
He's a guy that tries to talk and impress everyone with his field of knowledge, which is admirable, yes, but you know, it's annoying to go up there and get cashed out by that guy because he's just
90% of the time you just want to go in and get out. Homie. I don't want to hear your entire life story.
This dude schmoozing you with crap.
I don't want you to freaking recite a Talking Head song to me.
It's bad. Yes. So we talked about that guy before in another video. Go check that out somewhere. But we returned, and in one of those videos we mentioned that he has kind of like a co-worker partner in crime of sorts. Yeah. It's this chick. And then don't get me wrong, she's nice to you and she doesn't talk as much as he does, thankfully. But goddamn, she's dumb as rocks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She thinks she's smart.
Yeah, that's the bad part. Yeah. She thinks she's smart. Nothing wrong with a person that's not,
retarded,
Yeah, well, okay, there you go. But you know, nothing wrong with a tard. Yeah. But it's super annoying when they wax philosophical on you, basically.
You're just like, dude, you're wrong.
Yes, you want desperately to shut them up, but they won't, and they think that they're right. Yeah. Sucks. So this chick, she always does that, and then we mentioned it in passing with the encounter with that guy because she brought up to you that she was dissecting the lyrics of the Misfit songs, and we were like,
it didn't even make sense because you were paying, I was next to you, and she tells you that.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, this is a weird intro. And then I walk away because I was like, screw this shit.
Coincidentally, it was because you were wearing this shirt. But the point is,
I haven't changed since then.
She was talking about dissecting and breaking down and psychoanalyzing the fucking lyrics to Astro Zombies. Like, dude, there's nothing to analyze there. You know, Misfit songs are literally like Danzig singing about stupid shit that he likes. Yeah. There's not a lot of depth to Danzig shit. Not even in his Danzig era. And that's kind of when he got edgier than he already was.
Yeah.
You know, so he you know, he got a little stuck up and thought he was saying something pretentious. Yeah. He's still not saying jack shit. Dude. It's Danzig. We love him, but shit, he sucks.
Unless it's him yelling at bricks.
Yeah, that's the only time we care about Danzig more than we already do. And we care about Danzig, but come on, boy. You're taking yourself too seriously, Danzig, is what we're saying. But anyway, she was talking about breaking down these lyrics, man, and I'm in my mind. I'm mind blown, dude. My mind grapes were mushed into wine because there's nothing to examine, but she swore up and down. And of course, I didn't.
And it wasn't just her. It was like a think tank of her friends, too.
Yeah, man.
It's like, what?
It's the worst. I was so mind blown that I had nothing, no witty comeback, nothing, man. I was just like, I can't believe somebody tried to sound smart by saying that they were like breaking down, of all people, the lyrics of fucking the Misfits. Come on, man. But you got it worse with this movie.
Yeah.
As Above, So Below. Now, As Above, So Below is a found footage horror film about this chick who's continuing her father's work, which is, he was searching for the Philosopher's Stone, basically. Yeah. The secret to alchemy. If you don't know what alchemy is, it's basically this pseudoscience. Or I guess in their time, it was just science, them trying to figure shit out. a pseudoscience that mixed all kinds of shit from legitimate sciences to magics, just a way to try to find a way to turn, among other things, mind you, there was more to it than this, like elements into gold, basically. And also they mixed in a lot of philosophies, and the point is, it's largely considered ho-hum. Even back then, people were like, "Oh, he's a fucking alchemist, loser," and nobody studies alchemy. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a fucking curriculum you could take. You could read some books on it. That's about it. So that's that. So you go up with this motherfucker right here, and this chick is there laying on me.
Well, I go up there, and she's like, she says something like, which I kind of don't understand. Like, if you're buying something, obviously you like the thing, and this is not like a thing against like talking. Having a dialogue, that's fine. But if you're going to a store and you're buying something, obviously you like that thing. So don't talk shit about it if you're a freaking cashier.
Yeah, no shit, I mean? Huh?
But anyway, I go up with this and she's like, I didn't like this movie. She said I couldn't watch it. It hurt my head or some shit. And I thought she was talking about the
motion sickness.
The motion sickness. I was like, oh yeah, well that's the thing with people, right? And she's like, yeah, like it didn't make any sense. It just suddenly gets weird and all this stuff doesn't make sense towards the end, and the hell stuff comes out of spoiler, I guess, comes out of nowhere. I'm like, I mean, does it though? And I'm like, it's okay. I mean, I was like, I like it. I mean, it's throughout, right? And she's like, nah, it comes out of nowhere. It doesn't make any sense. Reminds me of Silent Hill because it doesn't make any sense. I'm like, I mean, it's throughout though.
Yeah,
that's kind of the whole point.
Here's the thing. What she was saying doesn't make sense is that, like you said, spoiler, if you haven't seen this movie, it's set up kind of like an adventure movie.
Yeah.
And they're looking for this key to this alchemical science that her father was looking for. And they descend into the Paris catacombs, and it's kind of like a puzzle happening in front of them as they descend deeper, and they discover something, and then that leads them to another discovery. So, but if you're listening...
Yeah, that's the thing. And like, she seemed to have wrapped her mind around the fact that it was like this little adventure, because she mentioned that being cool. And then she's like, but then all the supernatural stuff comes out of nowhere, like in Silent Hill. I'm like, first of all, in Silent Hill, the supernatural stuff comes out of nowhere. It's the whole point!
Yeah, literally steeped in it. But
she said that about this too. It's like,
so
did it though?
I mean, if you don't get that there's supernatural elements, though there is some subtext to that, and also in Silent Hill, from the beginning, then how are you going to understand? I'm not saying this is a deep movie. It's not. It's very simple to understand.
Which is why it's so confusing.
Yeah, it was just mind-boggling that she was like, it doesn't make sense. It comes out of nowhere. It's like, dude, they're literally hinting at this motherfucker throughout. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a fucking philosopher personally to figure out what the fuck's going on. And when it happens, it's cool because you were expecting that change to happen.
Yeah. So anyway, she says that, right? And I'm like, all right, I mean, it's cool, right? And she's taking this kind of like tone of like talking down about it, you know?
Great way to sell a fucking
which
movie,
is, I was
by
like,
the way.
I mean, serious, homie? Anyway, and then she goes, first of all, I didn't know what to respond, because you're like, all right, dude, I'm trying to buy this shit and leave. So I'm like super quiet. And she's
on top of that, you're like not really
I don't really like talking.
Type.
I don't really like talking to her.
I mean, that's actually a good way to put it. You don't really like talking.
Yeah, so she's like, it also doesn't help, or she keeps going. She's like, it also doesn't help that I'm currently studying alchemy, and none of that is real at all in the like it is in the movie. And she's like, I've been studying the Philosopher's Stone and all that's like ridiculous. So I was like, first of all, who says that?
Yeah, how do you say that with a straight... Let's assume you were actually studying fucking alchemy, which hashtag you're fucking not.
Clearly lying.
Let's assume you were legitimately doing that nowadays, in the modern times. Cracking a book, which clearly you don't, chick. You were doing that. Why would you say that?
Yeah.
Who just breaks that sucker out there?
You know what it seemed like to me?
That's like me watching The Exorcist and going... Man, I'm exercising. Not that kind. I'm not exercising either, but I'm exercising demons all day long.
It's not as ludicrous.
Clearly, I'm not.
It seemed like because I wasn't budging on my like of it,
Uh-huh.
you know, like I was like, nah, I mean, it's throughout. I was actually kind of like defending it, like, I mean, it's throughout the whole thing. Like, I felt kind of dickish because she went, like, it doesn't make sense. It comes out of nowhere, and I'm like, did it though? and you know, like how we talk.
Yeah.
Like I said it like that, which I know coming to someone else is probably horribly dickish.
Yeah.
And then she like continues, and I'm like, I mean, it was throughout the whole thing, so
Yeah.
I don't know. So I kind of felt like a dick saying it, but
then
at
she
the same
breaks
time,
up.
she kept. So it felt like she saw that I wasn't standing down on my like for it, so she brought out the, dude, I study alchemy card.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it seemed like. Like, homie, you don't study alchemy, dude.
Yeah, you don't.
Clearly.
You don't even study.
Yeah.
You clearly can barely read.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, dude, okay. So she brought that card out, and I was just like, I'm out, dude.
The old fucking the old alchemy trump card.
Yeah, dude, she brought out the. This is a thing that these two cashiers constantly do with us. They bring out something so ridiculous and stupid or lame that we just don't know what to do.
Yeah.
We just don't know how to exist anymore.
If that's their game, then they're winning.
Yeah.
Because it's so fucking absurd. That's right, absurd. And it's so absurd that you're like, I'm done. I quit.
Dude,
I quit life.
That's literally like she said that. Like after she said that shit, she's like, "Oh, that shit doesn't make sense. And nothing like real life." And I was just like, "All right." And I like look away, and I was looking for you, hoping that you were nearby and hearing this shit.
Well, look, while you were in the midst of that conversation, now mind you, I didn't hear the alchemy part.
Yeah.
But I was hearing the build up to it.
Yeah.
I happened to pass by in the background, and I don't know if you heard me, but I was like, "Oh no!" And then as I walk away, I go, "Stinky!" I'm hoping that my stinky coincided with her revealing the alchemy card.
I hope so.
Cause fuck my life, dude. You don't study alchemy, man.
Yeah, and then and after that, like I said, I just gave up. My mind shut down, and I was just quiet.
How do you say that with a straight face?
Yeah,
man?
and she was just like continuing her shit. I don't even know what she said after that.
Her alchemical role.
Yeah, and then I think I said something like, well, I get like the motion sickness thing, though I don't really get that, but you know, I think the thing was throughout the whole movie. And then she's like, yeah, and then she like obviously saw that I was annoyed, so she tried to shift to the motion sickness stuff. She started talking about some VR shit, and I was like, I do not care about any of this.
Man. Stinky!
15 minutes later, we left, and I was like, my life sucks!
Oh, man. Oh, dude.
Well, really,
studies alchemy.
I was just like so freaking like, I want to leave. Like, I'm so uncomfortable just talking to people and then having this shitty interaction. I was like, oh my god, please just end this already. So I just wanted to freaking like get it going. So I wasn't even thinking of how ridiculous that was.
Yeah, it's when you told me that you realized. Because
yeah, I didn't even tell it to you like a funny story. I was just
yeah.
like, dude, this freaking chick though.
You were annoyed. You told me what she said because I pressed, and then you revealed this alchemy part, and it broke my mind.
And I was like, oh,
and at
man.
that point, I think you realized, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because what the fuck? Literally. In fact, you know what? I used the exorcism thing earlier. That's a lot more credible.
Yeah.
Because there's people that practice religions nowadays that believe in exorcism. You know? So that's a lot more credible. I practice whatever, it takes to get to be an exorcist. I would at least give her some credit for that. You're practicing a dead pseudoscience. Look, and there was some scientific qualities to alchemy that are still valid today.
Yeah.
It's a pseudoscience because it's based at least halfway in fucking science. So don't get me wrong. But clearly this chick can't figure this fucking movie out. She's not going to figure fucking complex chemistry and science out.
Yeah.
Much less fucking a twisted, weird version of it that's not even been taught in years. Which, by the way, when alchemy was around, there were just alchemists. Different people trying different shit, using sometimes similar fucking processes. So you're studying what? What are you studying? Where are you studying alchemy?
And not even that, like, I just think that that's such a stupid thing, obviously, to bring up when it comes to a movie. You know, like,
I think her intention was to trump you, dude.
Yeah,
period,
like
period. It's like if you brought this comic up to me and you're like, yeah, this is a pretty cool comic, and I'm like, yeah, well, I write comics.
Yeah, so it's not good.
Well, clearly, first of all, clearly I don't. But second, so what?
Yeah.
What the fuck do I care if you write comics, bitch? I think that this fucking shit kicks ass.
It's like if I went to see Alien and freaking Neil deGrasse was there and she Neil deGrasse me!
Damn, dude.
Well, she tried to. She
Except
failed.
Neil deGrasse actually knows
shit. Yeah,
God
and he
damn
just
it.
sucks ass. This shit just
Hashtag, you
sucked.
heard it here first. Hashtag Neil deGrasse is an alchemist.
That's true.
Facts.
So, dude, it's just like, if I cared more, like, if we cared more to come up with cool zingers and shit, I'm sure we could own them.
Dude, if that would have happened to me, I would have. That's it.
But they break our minds.
You know what? I don't know, dude. That would have probably pissed me off. And I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean actually pissed off, but a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, I practice alchemy. Come on, man. Stop.
Yeah, she's like, well, I practice alchemy, and like nothing that was in the movie is like that in real life. And
God
I was like,
damn it,
homie. Even if that's true.
Even if that's true, yes, who cares? It's a movie.
Who gives a shit? It's a goddamn movie.
Yes, man. Yes. Oh, shit. Shit.
Caca.
Zombies are based on the ritual of voodoo and zombieism. I'm watching Night of the Living Dead, which has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to be like, well, I actually practice a zombieism.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm practicing zombie. Actually, I'm a voodoo priest. You know, I break out the old veves on the dirt and bring back the dead.
I'm like,
come on, man. Yeah, I'm playing bongos with my group of fellow zombie-making aficionados. Come on, man. Even then, who gives a shit? I'm talking about this fucking movie.
Yeah.
What movie has ever been precise enough for you to be like, I you know what? A Dark Song is it's a pretty damn good representation of magic. So if somebody said to me, I mean ritual magic, if somebody said to me, as I take a Dark Song up, well, I actually practice magic, as in ritual magic, CK at the end, and it's not like that, I would maybe take him a little bit seriously, because a Dark Song actually represents magic practice pretty well. So I'd be like, interesting. Let's converse about this, because I think that this is a pretty good representation. Let's talk about it. And at that point, she breaks out a trump card, and she's like, oh, wait, I'm just a fart in the wind saying this crap to sound smart. Then I'd be like, fuck you!
That's the thing. Like, all the shit she says is, like, so obviously not true.
Yes.
You know, like, we've had other interaction with this chick where she just says things, and you're like, clearly you don't know what you're talking about. Which is fine, but don't come off as... Don't put up this, like, I'm superior than you thing, when clearly you're a feces in the fundillo. Dude, I don't know what that means.
Look, she must be like, what, 23, something like that?
Yeah, she's definitely younger than me.
She's younger. And don't get me wrong, a lot of very young people listen to Misfits. I was listening to Misfits when I was fucking in my early teens. And you know, they came out a decade before me approximately. So, you know, it's not a thing that happens. But this chick is clearly a poser about a lot of things. Yeah. Anything you bring up there, she's gonna say something about it. You're like, you know, and I like a jack of all trades and knowledge person too. I know a little bit about a lot of things, but you can't know everything about everything.
Yeah,
chick, and it shows horribly each time we go up there.
And they have every time her and this dude have like this weird like competition almost that they have to like know more than the other. And yet they both are sucky.
But look,
at least the dude knows shit.
The dude actually knows shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you know what?
Personality-wise, it's kind of a fundillo.
Yeah, the personality, he comes on way too strong.
Like, all right, dude, chill out.
But here's the thing about the dude. He does know his shit. He does know. He clearly listens to the music he talks about, even though he doesn't shut the fuck up about it. He clearly watches the movies he talks about. And here's where I give him the ultimate credit. Mm-hmm. When he doesn't know something, he will admit it.
True.
And you know what? As much as I dislike interacting with him, at that point when I stumped him, when I was tired of his little game of shittiness, and I just stumped him, and he admitted it, I was like, all right. And that's not because, quote unquote, I stumped him, thus I must have won. No, that's not it. It's the fact that at that point I was like, all right, he's not always just posturing.
Yeah, like this hoe.
And subsequent interactions with him have been better. You know what I'm saying? He'll
occasionally though he'll be like,
oh yeah, occasionally he'll still break out the mad knowledge that just like, dude, come on.
Yeah.
But I'll take him over this chick any day, any fucking day, any day, dude.
Yeah, she sucks.
She's stinky. Anyway,
I mean, again, she's not like rude or anything, but she sucks.
Yeah. Speaking of, to finish this video off, speaking of which, we encountered yesterday or day before, one of the most courteous.
Oh yeah, dude.
Cashiers I have ever come across.
Yesterday, yeah.
Dude, I was stunned at how fucking courteous this person was. And it wasn't a condescending courtesy like some people do. It wasn't I have to be this way. It was like fucking shockingly.
It was like she was taking glee in being so.
Dude, yes.
So nice.
I was like, holy shit, this person is this person.
Yeah.
And that's kind of cool and scary at the same time.
Yeah.
It was so. And mind you, we had such a brief interaction with her.
Yeah.
First you, then me. It was so amazing that it was fascinating.
Yeah, it really was. Like, I couldn't even interact.
Yeah.
I was just like, damn, this is a thing.
I was like,
happening.
You know when you meet someone that they have a particular quality about them that is alluring? I'm not saying in a sexual way. I'm just saying is alluring.
Yeah, like interesting.
That particular quality of her was, it clicked that in my brain. Like, what the... I could see myself becoming attracted to this person
just because of that.
Yeah. I mean, she wasn't ugly, don't get me wrong, but she wasn't what you would call a hottie or anything.
It's like a normal person.
Just a normal person. It's kind of, you know what it reminded me of Lorde. Like, I didn't think Lorde was physically attractive. It's her talent that made me physically attracted to her. And it took me liking her music and listening to her albums and all that stuff. And then eventually I was like, I think she's hot because she's talented. This chick is so courteous that I think if I was exposed to that 24/7, I'd be like, I got a bone.
Yeah.
It was weird, dude. I don't understand.
She'd be like, thank you.
Yes. It was stunning. But anyway.
This is a Target, by the way, so kudos to Target.
Yeah, kudos to Target for hiring that chick.
Yeah.
And boo to fucking FYE for that other shit. Anyway, that's it, man. That's a little retail story time. Tell us what you think. Hit like, share, subscribe, notification button. Come, we're right.